Hey everyone, today we are back in the custom pack. This is the standard custom packs. I know lately I've been doing a lot of wild packs, so it actually feels refreshing going back to normal customs. I've been playing normal customs a little bit here and there, but I don't think I've released a recent normal customs videos. A lot of them have been videos from the past, like a month or two in the past recorded, the backlog. Today, we have a special one. It is Broken Bench's Red Dead Redemption pack. So Broken Bench has been, I think, hooked on Red Dead Redemption 2. Fantastic game. I only have a handful of hours in it. I remember buying it and jumping in, and then at the time being like, you know what? I just don't feel like this is the right time to sink my teeth into it. This game is fantastic. I'm going to wait until it feels right. And I've waited. I've waited years, and the time still hasn't felt right. I remember the original Red Dead Redemption came out when I was in high school. Me and my buddies actually legit, we were all like straight A students, like really, really good students, athletes and all that. Took school very seriously. Strict parents that we'd get in trouble if anything went wrong at school. And yeah, we all ditched school for like 3 days straight, and all of us but one person got away with it. The one person that didn't get away with it was had the strictest parents, and yeah, we didn't see him for a while. So yeah, good memories, Red Dead Redemption. Go to school, kids. So yeah, shout out Broken Bench. I can relate to them being hooked on Red Dead Redemption because I have been hooked onto Warcraft 3 lately. It's a game from my childhood, one of the OGs. So yeah, let's get into the pack. I modified this pack a bit, so you're going to see some pets that are not in some of the other creators' runs. And that might have been to my detriment a little bit. I definitely catered the pack to my liking, but let's stay focused on the goal. The goal is to win with horse or pony. So basically the first one that I see, I should take and then keep it for the whole game. So it looks like we're going pony in this case. The bonus clips will have some horse action. And yeah, I actually decided to jump into this challenge fairly late. So I was watching Grounded Sap's take on it, and then I saw somebody put in the comments talking about if it's a Wild West pack, well, it needs to be a wild pack. Why are you guys playing in standard customs? And I immediately commented like, "Oh, what a great idea! Like I've been playing a lot of wild packs. I'll make it wild and let's do it." And Grounded like replied right after and was like, "Yeah, that sounds like he didn't say this, but he's like, it sounds like a terrible idea." You know, he's like, "Yeah, it doesn't sound too great. There's no need for it." Basically, I took it as, "Yeah, that's horrible." And I didn't think too much of it. And then I hopped in wild packs and I was like, "Dear God, what was I thinking?" I didn't cater the wild pack to like maximize the synergy with the pony or anything like, or the horse. I just kind of chose a couple pets to force the pack into the wild realm. And yeah, that just makes things more difficult. So I actually got a win in the wild packs, which was nice. But in order to get a little more diversity on the team, or to try to attempt to get a little more diversity on the team, I decided to go with standard customs. So with the standard customs, a lot of these pets that you see on the team are in the pack, but there is one that stands out that is not a Wild West, a Western pet. It is an aquatic pet. We have an octopus on the team, and I think the main reason is obviously because of the Siamese cat who's in the pack. And the main reason I also went the Dumbo is because I am obsessed with it from this weekly pack. If you have not seen any of my videos from this weekly, the Dumbo Octopus reigns king, and it absolutely thrives. You can take a Dumbo Octopus on turn 20 and get value out of it. That's how good it is. So yeah, I was pretty wide-eyed with the Dumbo Octopus, like, ooh, yes, I want that. Got the double Siamese going. And of course, got a Weasel going. Always good to get a Weasel, get some gold generation. Especially with a Dumbo Octopus. Now we can just roll for our perks, our equipment, hopefully get some good scaling foods. So the Wild West pack here, with taking the pony, what synergizes with the pony? Well, it feeds an apple to the backmost friend. So I saw Troubadour's video actually came out the day I'm recording this, and Troubadour had Pony Locust, which I think is a great combo. I remember running that in a weekly pack recently. I don't think it made a main run, but I was like grinding it. I remember trying to be like, ooh, this would be a good main run, like if I get a Pony Locust team going. There's other things that would be great. Pony Coconut Crab comes to mind. I love me some Coconut Crab. And there's other options. I wanted to do something a little different. So the pet that will come into play in the back of this team that the pony's going to buff is something that I added to this pack, so I don't think you'll see too many. I think it fits in the Western theme, but we'll leave that up for discussion. Unlike the Dumbo Octopus, which is not up for discussion, it is not a cowboy Western theme pet. Another thing that stood out to me when running these, when doing these runs, was a lot of these Western pets have a brown color to them. So kind of brown, beige, tan, any shade in between of that. So I was going for that at a certain point as well. We'll see that come into play in the bonus clips. I thought it was cool to kind of change up the way you play. I never really pay attention to these things unless it's a challenge. And I guess that could probably be said for everyone. You don't pay attention to these things until you do, until it becomes a thing of like, ooh, I want to win with this. And yeah, let's talk about it. The boar. I highlight it. The boar, that's a Wild West pet, right? Yeah, that could be something. So I had not been in this pack in quite some time. And I should say I hadn't been in the custom arena in quite some time. And I was very surprised at a lot of the faces we ran into. I believe we ran into Grounded Sap earlier this run here. I put these arrows to try to point it out, so when I'm doing the commentary I notice. I still don't notice. So I think we've had 2 arrows already pointing people out. Shout out. I keep missing it. I know we have a Mirko is coming up later in this run. Shout out Mirko. I think I've rarely faced Mirko. And I thought that I matched up against Infected Player, also known as Disease in game, but it's a name that looks very close. And I think the second arrow, or I think one of the arrows we had a Naughty User in here as well. Shout out the Naughty User. I wanted to do that. When you're in the Wild West, things get wild. And I will say, playing with a different background and playing with hats on the pets, totally different experience. There's a reason I've never really changed from the beach background. You'll notice a lot of newer players have the beach background. I think it's one of the most popular backgrounds outside of the standard, just grass, the standard background. So yeah, very, very interesting playing with a different background. I still haven't changed it yet, so maybe I should go change it back now that I'm done playing this pack, so people don't see like a praying mantis run and with a cowboy hat and think, oh, this is a Wild West run? But yeah, in comes the boar. You see, I was very, very tempted with the warthog, considering I bought the flashlight, I have the Siamese cat. The warthog would have been a great option. But I decide, no. We want the pony up front. We also want the weasel action kind of towards the front of the team. So let's see if we can buff the boar with the pony, and if the boar can mow through the back line and clean it up for us. As far as the tier 6 perks and food, I put, I think, chicken leg and starfruit. I forgot what the other one was, but oh, I think it's Conpito actually. And yeah, Starfruit is just so much fun. You know, if you have pets that could use melon, and then other pets that maybe could use mushroom, well, you might as well just go Starfruit. It's funny, I used to put Cornucopia instead of Starfruit. Or did Cornucopia... I think Cornucopia actually came out before Starfruit. But even after Starfruit came out, I used to just always go Cornucopia, even when I knew I wanted equipment from it. And then I realized how great Starfruit is. And look at this, we actually get rid of the boar. It kind of hurts the soul. Run into an Axo meta. Are we going to get a good trade on the leopard? We are. And it leads to a draw. Wow, that was a great draw. Going to start paying attention to these battles. Hey, there's a horse in the shop. Yeah, the Siamese scaling at this point isn't the best, but our pony is near 50-50. The Brussels sprouts on the pony has actually carried us super hard. And, yeah, the oyster mushroom on the weasel as well is pretty cool. Thought that was a nice little touch. And I'm very, very worried at this point in the run. You can see I'm throwing a pair. That's kind of like an extreme desperate situation. Pretty much everything's level 2. I need to replace the mongoose with something else, but I don't necessarily need to do that now. And yeah, just trying to figure out the pet order. What is best? What bear is best? Not a bear, a boar. And yeah, the palm tree with the coconut from the mongoose. I mean, to me, it's just a necessity playing this game right now. Running the toys at the end of the run kind of help carry you to the promised land. A lot of these runs, you see I have Brussels sprouts on the pony, and I've had that for a long time. I do not run equipment on my pets, and it hurts. It really, really hurts. I was actually doing a praying mantis video recently where I was putting a different piece of equipment, non-protective equipment, on the praying mantis. And because I was not putting melon early on the mantis like I normally do, it was just losing very consistently, even with how strong mantis was. I was like, this is crazy. Like, I'm getting an early turn 5 mantis, giving it a lasagna, doing all this stuff, and it's still just getting smashed by one turtle. One turtle up front on the enemy team that gives their big unit melon, even though their big unit's not as big as our mantis, and it just gets absolutely smashed. So was that a Conpito? I think our weasel got transformed into a Siamese cat, yes, because it has the oyster mushroom. And we need the reduced cost perk in the shop, so I could not buy that celery. I was very happy I didn't make the mistake of accidentally using the discounted perk before my turn's up and then missing out on the Siamese scaling. I think I got kind of lucky because I was doing these runs pretty late at night, and those are when mistakes are made. And reverse shout out this team. You know who it is. You know who it is. It's Vulture Guy. Oh gosh. And we stack the oyster on the pancake to make sure we keep pancakes. Good decision there. Refresh the palm tree, and it's only 7 trophies. It's actually crazy. This run is going very long. I think there's just a lot of decisions that I'm not making too quick because it's a newer pack, and when I play a new pack, yeah, you got to figure things out. So a little Ambrosia action on turn 15. Not the best, but you know, nice. Let's see what we run into. Oh, it's an experience build. Shout out to XP builds. I love these teams. Look at all the chocolates. They even got a white tiger in there. That's something you don't see too often. I think it's a very underutilized pet. And it's just perfect for a pony. Don't get to see the boars though, but that's okay. They're just there on an as needed basis. They're on call. Start feeding the boars. What do you do here? Do you throw the hot dog before stacking? We went for it, and it pays off. Honestly, it hit the 2 units we probably wanted most. Could have stacked bot sold zebra. There's definitely things we can do here, but just decide to throw the chicken leg, it looks like. It's tough with the Dumbo Octopus. I had to really hold myself back from not just rolling 3 times at the end of the turn there, like I do in the weekly. The weekly, you don't get as punished doing it. But of course in custom packs, you're going to get punished if you just roll down and don't take those chicken legs and those other things. So yeah, feed the boar, and at this point, the boar is actually getting some decent size to it. We've been feeding it for a while. It's growing up, being nurtured, and it's almost ready to be let out to the wild. And it's not just any wild. It is the wild, wild west. When I went to edit the pack to add pets, the main reason, or the main pet I wanted to add is Roadrunner. Partly because I live in a desert and Roadrunners are very prevalent here. And they're just incredible creatures. They look like they're floating on the ground. They are so fast and agile. Honestly, it's one of those creatures, animals that you see and you're like, is that thing real? Like, when you actually stop and observe and think about it, you're like, this is amazing. Like, just the capabilities of this creature. So yeah, added Roadrunner and didn't add anything else that would go with it. There might be like a cassowary and some strawberries in here for scaling. I guess I figured if I peeled the Roadrunner onto something early, then I could bring in a shoebill. I don't know if I called it cassowary. I always mix those two up. Anyway, I'm distracting from the final battle. Potentially, they have a scorpion on our pony. It is devastating, but we get a couple triggers on our boar. We trade with their snake. Our boar can trade with the lioness, and we get it done. Shout out Broken Bench, Red Dead Redemption with an octopus. So here's the wild run I did. This was actually the first runs I did in this pack. So I made it wild. I jumped in. We got lots of horse action. You see here, turn 9, take the level up. There's the shoebill in the shop. Grizzly bear would be a great option considering I have a semi-summon build going here. But the eagle owl, a turn 9 eagle owl is just too good to pass up sometimes. So you know what? It just has to be done. And typically I would just sell that level 1 horse instead of stacking it to get the gold back. I decided, yeah, we can probably go for level 3 horse. Not the worst idea. And yeah, there you go, 2 more pets. The only problem is there's no mushroom in this pack. I believe there is the star fruit, so we have a chance to get it. And yeah, it's kind of a tricky place to be. We have 1 summon pet, we have a tier 1 summon support unit, a tier 2 summon synergy unit in the kangaroo. And let's talk about the kangaroo a little bit, because I thought that was a pet that was included in the pack, but when I was talking to Broken Bench after these runs and sending them screenshots, they were like, yeah, kangaroo, that's an interesting one. And I was like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense. That's probably something I just added for tempo. I seem to be playing kangaroo a lot in custom packs now, even though it's like one of the pets I get most frustrated playing against. Maybe it's because I see it so much in the weekly that I take my frustrations out on custom packs. I don't know. Something like that. But after thinking about it a little bit, I think the kangaroo counts. I think it fits in the Wild Wild West pack. It's essentially the Wild West pet of Australia, right? It's an Australian cowboy. Yeah, it's an Australian cowboy. There we go. I don't know. I'll leave it up to the Revenator to make a determination on that. If we can get an opinion, get a ruling, I'll go bug Rev and report back if we get an answer. So the Poodle came in this team as well. And you know, when a Poodle comes in, your team's pretty much locked. You say, hey, this is my team. Say hi. The team's not going to change. So let's just have fun with it. And yeah, level 2 Poodle, that turn 9 Eagle Owl. I mean, honestly, everything just worked out so well. We face this big Rhino with a Farmer Crow. Kind of interesting. Their Rhino kind of chips away, but we get the trade. We go to, is that 8 or 9? That's 9. We need one more, and we are on our way to a level 3 Eagle Owl, which at this point has been in like 7 battles, 6 or 7 battles. I think Pepper could be better in this option. Decided to go with Lemon, partially because I knew it was going on the mid to back line. And yeah, kind of tough decisions at this point of what to take. But the final bonus clip I'm going to intro. The final bonus clip is basically right after this wild run when I realized, yeah, wild packs probably isn't the best. I edited the pack again and then went to standard customs. Got the win you're going to see upcoming next, and then eventually got the main run. But yeah, super fun pack to play. It is fun just kind of playing a different style and the brown theme on the pets. So look here, the Poodle is the thing that stands out to me here. And I was like, you know what? Let's try to get rid of the Poodle and get a bunch of brown pets in there. So with all that being said, we are going to ride off into the sunset. Shout out Broken Bench. If you hung around this long, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. As always, have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.
Sleep, yeah. Only miss you when I'm breathing in too deep, yeah. Am I just your little secret? I didn't hear the sirens. I didn't wanna see the warning signs, and now I pay the price, yeah. Oh, I should've known. It hits me like a tidal wave every time you say my name. It hits me like a tidal wave. It hits me like a tidal wave. A tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. Patient on the shoreline. Now you're leaving, but I know you got your reasons too. I didn't hear the sirens. I didn't wanna see the warning signs, and now I pay the price, yeah. Oh, I should've known. It hits me like a tidal wave every time you say my name. It hits me like a tidal wave. It hits me like a tidal wave. A tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. every time you come back, it's like falling down these lies again. This feeling that I have deep down inside. I just wanna be the one you need. And now I need you by my side. I can't sleep at night. Let's get lost in time. Leave it all behind. I can't get enough. All that I'm enough. Let me be the one for you. Now look at where I'm standing. Take my head apart. It's born.